G'day fellas, welcome to the first game of AgeOfKiller versus SoldieR. Spawning in the north of the map, in the color, what is that? That's a bit of an orange, a bit of a yellow. We've got AgeOfKiller, his opponent, spawning in the south of the map. On the color green is SoldieR. So playing as the German. So both players starting off with what tier civilizations? I guess we've got the Germans that are 2 points. We've also got the Indians that are 2 points. So both players opting for more of I guess, a stronger civilization to open with. In the previous show match that we saw, Mito against Azamk, we did see both players going for a bit more of a... Sorry, I'm just looking for scroll speed and acceleration. There we go, because I picked up the player's scroll speed, so there we go. Yeah, we did see them going for a little bit more of a risky pick, but here both players opting for a bit more of a safe pick as well. What are you expecting to see out of this matchup?
So the Germans, they would like to get a trading post. This is a map of mid-map trading posts. India likely to be dropping a mid-map aggro right in between those two cliffs. That really gives them map control and forces any raiding Uhlans to go around the southern side of the map or the northern side around those two cliffs. I think a couple of sepoys out to siege would be quite good. Saw that really early treasure there from Breeze. I want to say that was a food treasure guarded by the two black bears, so decent start. That just pushes his age up time even faster. And is there potential steal on the 80 XP? That's
yeah.
SoldieR doesn't want to let it go. He's going to back off, and that's a smart decision there.
It's definitely one of those things where it's like, you know, he has made the right choice, but his opponent's got to play around this because he can take a crack shot, but he gets to choose when he wants to do it. And there we go. We see the crack shot going down, securing that 80 XP. So no real challenge there, but doing the right thing. Probably would have been made a lot more sense if AgeOfKiller had just come in and directly tried to take that out directly himself. So probably would have been the wiser choice. We've got the 90 food here, guarded by 3 wolves. We'll take a look around the map, see what else we can find. 3 wolves and 75 wood, not a bad treasure either. This quadrant, definitely a very nice quadrant. And then we look towards the north of the map. We see the 70 food.
Drongo with his treasure quadrants of always getting unlucky with his treasure spawns.
Very true. These are all really nice quadrants, though. That's the thing. We've no sheep treasures on this map. We've got the settler treasure. And we do have, I guess, a couple of native warrior treasures as well. Looks potentially like he's going to be able to lose an explorer here. Breeze definitely needs to be careful, trying to pull it away, though. He's
going to try and toxic pull trick it away. I think Breeze has got the micro skills for that one.
Yeah, and I think SoldieR's realized, and he's just like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother. He's going to get it eventually, so I'm just wasting time. But the 70 food treasure is here. We'll go tune in on his age up is almost in queue, sending out the forward villager now. Looks like he's heading towards the middle of the map. Going to be able to place down that aggro. Sending a second villager out as well, so potentially... Is he going to be building up the aggro with 2?
Look where SoldieR's explorer is. This is experience here from SoldieR. He knows exactly where he doesn't want the aggro to be thrown down.
Yeah.
And space is limited, but he's gone off for the treasure. Yeah, because he sees the treasure. He wants to steal it, but lets the villagers come in to drop the aggro. And actually, that's going to work quite well for Breeze. Here comes the treasure pickup. There's the treasure. I think it's only 70 food, but even still, very, very nice. What I would say, just to quickly add in before, so remember that SoldieR picked up the 80 experience treasure? Because Germany have such a delayed Age 1 shipment, and their first shipment is 2 settler wagons, about 4 villages worth, that 80 experience plus the 2 wolves for 10 experience is so, so crucial. And it does translate to about 100 wood in terms of extra resource value in terms of villager seconds you get if you're the German player. So it's a very strong shipment there. So SoldieR is very lucky with that treasure.
I got to agree with you 100%. As soon as you spot that 80 XP treasure on the Germans that early, you're feeling really, really good. So that is definitely for sure. So we'll take a look from the perspective of AgeOfKiller. He's got the aggro fort that's going up at the moment, up about 50% of the way. Probably going to be aging up about 4 minutes 30. Got a couple of villagers standing out here on the front line. Take a look at his deck. You tell me what you think of the deck. It's looking pretty standard to me.
Yeah, no, definitely have to agree with that. We do see the double Yurumi shipment and Sepoys in Age 4. This is like a Sampu Conquer, like, hey, let's just go Sepoy Yurumi spam. Only the 3 Mahouts, only 2 Mahouts, no 3 Mahout. They're double Gurkha card and Gurkha upgrades. No Hauders as well versus Germany with all their Uhlans. He does have the 9 Zambaraks, so maybe going for the camel place bay instead of elephants.
Yeah, we'll take a look at SoldieR, see what he's up to. He's going up with the quartermaster. No, he's got the market that he put down initially, but dropping down the trading post in transition. We'll have a look at his deck and see what he's got. Wow.
I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing the 5. Yeah, industrial is just gives him play style. He only needs a couple of cards in Age 2, but 5 doppels in Age 3 stands out as a not a card you often see too often. He's got the 5 doppels there instead of the 9 Black Riders. So 9 Black Riders, you don't often see that. It's kind of fallen foul of the meta, players preferring the 3 War Wagons instead. But yeah, he's got some decent cards. Mainly the Guard Hussars, the 2 factories, and the heavy cannons are his main shipments in the 4th Age.
Yeah, but in addition to that, having the 12 Skirmisher card as well as the 4 War Wagons is quite nice. The 12 Skirms is definitely a great shipment. A lot of value coming out of that one compared to, say, the 8 Skirmishers. When you compare it to, say, the 3 War Wagons or 4 War Wagons. So, a very nice card.
Yeah, other civs have other variations. For example, the Dutch have a 14 Skirmisher card and 17 Raider. Yes, so it's like a good card, but it's not an S tier card you would have there. So I'm kind of surprised he's got the 12 Skirmishers there instead of maybe like the 14 Uhlans, I think is a possible card there. So the 12 Skirmishers, you get 12 plus 4 Uhlans being the 4th Age, but I don't expect that to be card number 1.
Yeah, I think you might be right. We've got some Uhlans now moving out towards the north of the map. I see this coin mine here. This coin mine kind of looks the same color as the orange for AgeOfKiller. So I keep thinking that it might be units, but we've now got some crossbows coming out. Crossbows are getting trampled by the...
He's splitting the crossbows up, but like this has just gone really awkward for SoldieR really quickly. Sepoys are very, very strong. Crossbows aren't the greatest unit. He's sending wood at the moment here. SoldieR, I think he may want to cancel that and try and get in a crossbow, but he's also popped at the moment. He's going to lose those 3-4 crossbows there for basically no return. And this is not the ideal opening he'd wanted, but he should be able to recover.
On top of that, not enough for Minutemen either. Very unfortunately, but...
Yeah, not enough wood for another crossbow. Like, that's 2 crossbow batch there is... it's awkward.
It's very awkward. This timing attack coming a little bit slow as well. I wasn't expecting it to come in this slow when it did. I thought it may potentially be around 5 minutes 10 that we would see something, but it came in about 5:30, so a little bit later. A bit of damage going out onto villagers. It looks like this villager will be going down. AgeOfKiller losing at least 1 villager for certain. I can't see the bodies of any other villagers that have gone down, but we do see that these villagers, or that there were herds or hunts that are out there. Now Sepoys moving in, 13 Sepoys. Got the Explorer on the back line that's going to be doing some harassment of the crossbows. Really try and just give them that stomp. Just give them that little bit of a freeze. The stomp coming in now as well, cleaning up 2 of those crossbows. SoldieR calling out the Minutemen now.
It's the elephant which makes this push so strong. It's just those tanky cavalry units, especially able to snare like crossbows, is super strong. He's backing out, and I saw Breeze is sending 4 sours to 4 sours on the field. But another option the Indians can do from here is transition into somewhat of an eco play, because the German player is still going to go for that defensive reaction because he has to.
Yep.
If he doesn't, he's dead. But you've got the incoming aggression is one option, but also the transition to eco behind. But the German can't really anticipate that and kind of have to, well, go for shipments. But you know, Minutemen's going to go down to a couple of HP. Elephant Monk can go back in, or the one killed earlier can stand back up, then take down the Minutemen in one hit. Here comes the Sours. Again, this is a tough time in here. I'm not seeing anti-cav. He was sending coin, now sending crossbows. But it takes some time for this to come into the Sours. 3-hit kills a crossbow. This is a strong push here from Breeze.
Yeah, I don't think that SoldieR's really anticipated the strength that's come out here. It almost looks a little bit like he was underestimating it to an extent. The fact that he was sending the 700 coin, now following it up instead, switching it up to the 8 crossbows, to me really says that he wasn't expecting this. Now, if we take a look at Breeze, no 300 coin or 300 export coming in just yet. I do suspect that's probably what we're going to be seeing coming up next, just to sort of give him the next round of Hussars, because he'll have that option. We've got some Uhlans on the back line, doing a bit of sieging. That undoubtedly keeping him idle. 11 villagers currently locked in that town center. 700 wood is going to be the choice instead, so potentially going to be looking at putting down some trading posts, maybe researching that stagecoach as well. And finding a couple more villagers as well.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Well done, SoldieR, for that one. And that is the awareness that's the Indian civilization, their bonus is receiving an extra villager on every shipment, but the guy's been sending aggressive military shipments to his forward aggro, so the villagers have been spawning forward and have been going to the nearest hunting resource, which is, you could say, the defensive position, which is behind the aggro, but that's prime position there for soldier raiding because it's halfway in between an aggro and a town centre, and that's some really smart play there.
Yeah, I got to agree with you 100%. Really, really nice foresight by soldier to be checking there, to look at that spot. So I think from here, it definitely seems like soldiers managed to stabilize, despite there being a lot of damage done in the early game. He didn't lose a lot of villagers. If we take a bit of a stock take, he's got 8 settler wagons at the moment, so a total villager count of about 32. He's also got the trading post that hasn't been sieged down yet, and if we look at his opponent, Breeze, his opponent's on 26 villagers, so he's up about 8 villagers at the moment, or about 6 villagers rather. But no trading post for Breeze at this stage. So definitely the opening is looking quite good for soldier. I'd say, you know, what can Breeze really do to get back in the game at this point?
This is awkward because soldier's sending 700 coin and he's going to be aging up soon. He's still got his TP for that experience. Look at his resources. He's got enough defensive crossbows to halt a push. No Minutemen support though, but with a little bit of just careful play should be fine. I think soldier's best interest now is to get one Doppelsonner in queue when aging up. Doesn't have to complete the batch, but he's got a lot of ranged infantry here. No Minutemen support. Wants to save that next shipment for maybe the 3 war wagons on the age up, or possibly 9 Uhlans. But he sees some cavalry there. Look at that. He sees some Zambraks. He knows a stable is down on the 700 wood, and chances are Breeze has gone for one batch of Zams, and then the next batch will be Sours. And then once he sees the age up, he's going to right click and, because he's got to go for the time push because he hasn't done enough damage here. And if he lets soldier get up for free, he's going to be in a real difficult situation. Yeah,
I've got to agree with you 100%. I think that Breeze probably could have taken a more economic route. It's a little bit of a difficult spot for him, I guess, on this map. He's made a lot of correct choices, but I felt like, I guess, despite doing a lot of idling in the early game, just not really putting on enough pressure and managing to secure enough villager kills, and at the same time he's lost a few villagers on the back line himself. I think from the villagers that we've just seen alone, he's lost about 4 or 5 villagers. So I suspect he's probably lost close to 6 or 7, because undoubtedly we would have missed a few. 700 coin now coming in, soldier hitting that age up as well. We'll have a look and see, does he have, he's got the Doppels in queue, so you did call that correctly. Doppels are going to be doing quite a lot of work against Sepoys as well. Even though Sepoys have got that melee resist, the Doppels are, once they get on top of them, they're going to be doing a lot of work, especially with that cover mode as well, that they're going to be able to enter. Going to be able to take a lot of reduced damage. Now the trading post does go down, being picked off slowly. The crossbows are doing a bit of work.
If you can turn off the fog wall, do we see any Sours crossing the map at this point? Because this may be a moment in time Breeze is thinking, hang a minute, is that second batch of Zams? It's the second batch of Zams.
He's got 8 Zams out now.
Because he's got 2 batches of Zambraks while also massing Sepoys. So he's basically gone for double anti-cavalry, and he's only starting to kind of change into that kind of Gurkha Zambarak. Here come the Ottoman allies on the consulate, but that was just a regular consulate. I don't think the export's been shipped in yet. He's nearly about to get that first batch of export for, well, you'd honestly have to be, either the Vils or the Hussars, but you can't have both, and that's what he ideally needs because he's behind Eco. German settler wagons, he sent 3, hasn't lost a single one of those, so the economy is basically really close. And then soldiers up with no... soldiers up and Breeze is running away.
Yeah.
I don't want to state the obvious here, but he's gone 5 Dops first card. That is interesting.
Is he trolling right now? I feel like he's almost flexing a little bit. He's like, you know what? Not only am I going to do a semi-FF against you, I'm going to semi-FF and I'm going to make Doppels.
Well, for this to work, he really wants veteran Doppelsonners, because Doppels, they have more HP in this game than they did in the base game. So then that veterancy tech kind of is even more important because you get more of that extra HP. The siege on the Doppels are incredible. The aggro is going to go down, but the range at the moment is not great here for soldier, and a lot of kiting potential here from the Gurkhas from AgeOfKiller, taking down the crossbows from the range. Crossbows having to look back. The Doppels are interested, but it's not enough. But there should be like those 9 or 10 Zams. I don't know where the Zams are gone though. They should be in the fight, pushing back the Uhlans, and yeah, they're a bit out of position.
Yeah. Not managing to do too much work with the Uhlans though, but they are definitely rotating around. Looks like they're going to be able to get on top of the Gurkha as they push in, but the Zams are going to be able to clean it up. There's definitely not enough Ulans to be really doing a lot of damage, but the Doppels on top of the Zams over on the right-hand side, managing to just take it out in like 2 swings, I think. The Aggro Fort now going down, 320 experience over to SoldieR. He's going to be able to power up with his shipments. Going to be able to send in another shipment from that, but this is the problem with the Gurkha, is they're only Age 2 Gurkha. No semi-FF here means that these Gurkha are going to be a lot weaker than the skirmishers of his opponent. Significantly more health, significantly more attack, and as a result, both players now do go their separate ways. Got a barracks going up on the front line as well for AgeOfKiller. We'll take a look and see whether he's close to aging up himself. He's not at all. Looks like he might have sent settlers from the home city. Or the Ottoman settlers. I can't see the Hussars. We've got a batch of SoldieR now coming out. Do you know how much it costs to send in the...
Oh, it's 400, surely. Maybe the settlers is only a 300 tech. Honestly, it's I don't actually fully know, but I know that when you do send 300 export, you have the opportunity to send both very close. Can you check SoldieR's units to see if he's upgraded his Doppels and or crossbows? I think the crossbows may have been upgraded in that fight. Doppels possibly not yet. That's the skirmishers.
Got the crossbows and the Doppels.
Oh, that's awkward. He had a lot of crossbows there in that fight, and that was basically his only real answer to the Gurkhas. But it's okay though. He's changing into like Ulan's skirmishers. He's probably got a decent mass. I think he's got veteran Ulans though. I did see a veteran tech at some point, and actually that will be the game changer here. Yeah, veteran Ulans is such an incredible tech, and C4 is going in, but I don't know what they're thinking. This is a great position here for Breeze, utilizing the trees, making the Doppels and Ulan's path a bit more awkward. Doppels putting back. And all these Gurkhas having double multipliers versus these colonial units, actually picking up quite a decent amount of units. And the thing is, the 5 Ulan was that power shipment. That was the first shipment in Age 3, and it has taken down the Aggro Fort, but it hasn't killed Breeze. And Breeze's eco is strong. And this is the timing we're talking about. Like the longer this goes on, Inja's scaling is gonna go, and he's actually got Sours on skirmishes. Here come a lot of Minutemen and Gurkhas, but I feel for the anti-cav presence here is this could actually go the other way. This is looking tough, and oh my god, all the camels fallen.
Oh, just when you thought it was going to be terrible for SoldieR, it manages to swing the other way. The Ulans just got on top of the SoldieRs as well as on top of the Zambaraks, and it's now swung back the other way. Ulan's now on top of the Gurkha. The Gurkha mass is beginning to dwindle. We've got 6 Gurkhas now, 5 SoldieRs coming in to reinforce, but we do have, from SoldieR's perspective, 3 war wagons coming in as well, so he's going to be able to meet these...
And Breeze is sending Desert Terror ahead of Camel Attack, which I really disagree on. I'm not... I think... Oh, he's sending Camel Attack as well, so he's double card those camels, but he hasn't got any mass behind this. Meanwhile, SoldieR, 3 vet war wagons, 3 Ulans as well, which are veteran as well. They're just going to take these Sours down very, very convincingly. He's called double batch of minutes. He's called Otto minutes. He's called his town centre minutes as well. He's really wanting this, and such a promising position has quickly gone away. And a full batch of 5 war wagons there.
That's a lot of war wagons.
I think that might be a little too much. Only a TP suck can save the game here.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, he's going to need a TP black hole to be able to deal with that. But 9 Ulans now coming in as well, so that's definitely going to be able to seal in the deal. We can see the score has pulled a hand quite significantly, up 6k score at the moment, not to mention the 9 Ulans that are about to arrive. We've got the Tiger Claws coming in though. A house going down finally to the Explorer. Semi-FF game definitely seeming to be a little bit stronger at the moment than the Age 2 colonial play, or rather Commerce Age play.
So you send in Tiger Claws. Tiger Claws, their prime target is to get onto the skirmishers and deal damage. But he's also got a big batch of Sours as well. So he's got a lot of anti-skirmisher forces here, but nothing really to deal with the Ulans and War Wagons. And a nice raid top side. Just going to pull off a couple of these Sours, trade a few Ulans for villagers. No biggies though. I think the 9 Ulans are soon reinforcing the southern side. I think the shipment's only just come in now. And actually, once this hits the floor, that's when he's going to push forwards.
That's a lot of Ulans coming in now. Still no cav combat being sent in either. SoldieR's getting on top of the skirmishers, but looking like they're just kind of committing suicide, unfortunately, because of the amount of war wagons that are there. Not managing to really be able to get a snare in either. Potentially toxic pull tricking going to be happening here. Tiger Claws also getting shot down by the war wagons. Just really doing an amazing job of shredding through these units. They've got a lot of health points on them, so it's going to take a lot more than the Gurkha that AgeOfKiller's got to deal with it. Ulan's going to come in from the west.
Here comes the taunt 31 reinforcements to the 9 vet Uhlans. Villagers moving forward to go into the middle coin mine, but I think that's going to go so badly, and Breeze doesn't want to know how that's going to end, and that wasn't going to end well at all, and he's tapped out for the GG. First game going to SoldieR.
Well played by SoldieR.